What's up guys, and today I'm going to be doing an operator analysis on Hibana. For Hibana's primary, you have the choice between the Type 89 or the Supernova shotgun. The Type 89 is actually a pretty good gun. The only issue I ever have with it is that the magazine runs out pretty quick. You only have 20 rounds in the mag, and the gun shoots really fast. So I've been in many situations where I killed one enemy with the gun, and when I engage the second enemy, I usually have to reload. And in most cases, if the enemy knows what they're doing and they see you reloading, it leads to you dying. But besides the magazine size, the gun's actually pretty good. It has really good damage, a good fire rate, and the recoil is actually pretty easy to manage. As for the Supernova shotgun, it has a good amount of range. The only downside to it would be the slow pump action. Also, one thing to note about the Supernova is that it could easily make kill holes since they added the new caliber sizes. As for my sights, for the Type 89, I usually run an ACOG scope, and for the Supernova, it doesn't really need a sight, but I put a red dot or a holographic sight. When it comes to picking my primaries, I usually run an assault rifle, but for Hibana, she's actually the first operator I run shotgun with. Don't get me wrong, I actually think her Type 89 is an amazing gun. The only reason I run shotguns with her is because she's really fast. Combining her speed with the power of the Supernova makes it really easy to kill multiple enemies. For Hibana's sidearm, she has the choices between two weapons. She has the choices between the P229 or the Bearing 9 submachine gun. When it comes to picking these two weapons, I always go the Bearing 9. This is just my preference. The pistol is really good if you want to use it. I like picking the Bearing 9 because not many operators have the choice of a submachine gun as a sidearm. And also, since I run the Supernova a lot, having that submachine gun as my secondary weapon could really help me out in some situations. For Hibana's gadget, you have the choices between stun grenades or a claymore. And when it comes to picking these two, it really depends on your playstyle. I usually play claymores because it really helps with flankers. But for Hibana, I actually run stun grenades. And the reason why I pick stun grenades over claymores for her is because she's really fast, so when she uses stun grenades, it makes it a lot easier for you to rush the enemy. Now we're going to be talking about Hibana's gadget, which is her X Kairos. Hibana's special ability is basically a grenade launcher that enables her to break reinforced walls. Hibana launches 6 pellets in 2 horizontal lines. 1 shot is a kill hold, 2 shots makes a hole big enough to vault over, and 3 shots makes a hole big enough to walk through. If you guys aim with the X Kairos, it actually shows you where you're going to place your shots. Keep in mind that Bandit and Mute do affect her pellets. Also, she could actually shoot her grenade launcher just as far as ashes. Also, I was kind of curious if the pellets would fit through a drone hole, so I tested it out. And I figured out that they don't fit through drone holes, they just bounce right off. Also, one thing to note is that Jaeger's ADSs could actually take out 3 of your pellets, so just keep that in mind. The last thing I'm going to mention about her gadget is that literally 1 pellet could destroy a hatch. Later, I'm going to mention how important this is for Hibana later on in the video. So now I'm going to be talking about Hibana's role in the team. Since Hibana is now the second operator to break reinforced walls, this makes her just as important as Thermite. When you're playing Hibana and there's a Thermite on the team, your main role is to get those hatches. The reason I say this is because it only takes 1 shot from Hibana's grenade launcher for you to break the hatch. And what this basically does is enable Thermite to use a second charge for another pathway, instead of wasting it on the hatch. If there isn't any vital hatches you need to blow, or you already did it, I suggest blowing up walls all around the room, that way the enemy has no spots to hide in. This, added with Thermite's charges, can make easy crossfire for your team. Also, if there's any wall that's very dangerous to go to, then I suggest using Hibana's X Kairos, mainly because it's a lot safer because she can shoot it from a distance. Also, when you place her pellets on the wall, you don't have to ignite them right away. Sometimes when you ignite them later, it helps you out in some situations. The reason I say this is because once Hibana's pellets are ignited, most likely the enemy teams are going to start rotating positions, and if you peek them while they do this, it could get you easy kills. Once you use all 3 shots of your X Kairos, you can really play Hibana however you like. But what I suggest doing is playing really aggressive with her. Since she's really fast, it's really easy to push the enemy, and on top of that, she's given a shotgun which is really strong. In most cases, fast operators are the hardest to hit. Since you're Hibana, you should utilize that speed of hers and always keep moving, whether it be strafing or closing the distance with an enemy. Now I'm going to be going over some mistakes people make when they play Hibana. These are mistakes I see people make when I join matches, or it's mistakes I made in the past when I first started using Hibana. So the first and most common mistake I see people make is not getting the hatches. I know most people like to rush the objective when they play Hibana just because she's fast, but you have to remember that her gadget's really vital to the team, so as soon as you spawn you have to make sure to go for those hatches. You're going to find yourself in many situations where your team's trying to push the objective, but there's no crossfire to help them out. But if you blow those hatches right away with Hibana, you create crossfire from above. Also, if there's a vital hatch on top of the objective, that should be the first place you should use your X Kairos. Especially since Hibana can actually shoot her pellets from a distance, it's a lot more safer for her to get the hatch. Now the second mistake I see people make with Hibana using all 3 of her X Kairos to blow up one wall while you have a thermite on the team. I would understand that you blew up all 3 of your X Kairos on one wall if you had no thermite on your team, but in most occasions you do run a thermite on your team. This means that thermite's job is to make the entrance towards the objective, and your job is to clear out any reinforced walls the enemies could be hiding at. See, if you make 3 holes and 3 different reinforced walls, it creates a lot more crossfire than blowing up just one wall your teammates could walk through. Because in most occasions, if you guys run thermite and blow up the walls, the enemies are still going to have some reinforced walls to hide behind. That's why it's really crucial that you blow up those reinforced walls, because you expose any enemy hiding behind it, it makes it a lot easier for your team to start pushing. And the final mistake I see people make with Hibana is shooting her X Kairos at a bandit wall. I know it sounds a little stupid, but if you're shooting your X Kairos from a good distance, you really can't tell if the wall has a shock wire or not. That's why you really gotta check the wall yourself or have your teammate check for you, because losing one shot of your X Kairos could make a difference in a round. So now guys, I'm gonna be rating Hibana on 3 things, which is loadout, gadget, and team efficiency. For Hibana's loadout, I'm gonna have to give her a 9 out of 10. Both her Type 89 and her Supernova are really strong guns. Her Type 89 really packs a punch and is given that really fast fire rate to help you put down enemies. As for her Supernova pump action shotgun, it can easily put down any enemy with one shot. This combined with Hibana's speed makes it really fun to use the Supernova when you're attacking. And one of my favorite things about Hibana's loadout is that she gets a submachine gun as a sidearm. The reason I really like her submachine gun is that if you have a shotgun and you need to face an enemy from a distance away, you can pull out your submachine gun and get headshots. And this can make your enemy really cautious about peeking you, because one headshot with that submachine gun will kill them no matter what. Also, I really like that they gave her stun grenades because her speed really matches that gadget. And if you stun an enemy, it's really easy to run up to them with that speed and kill them. And the only reason I gave her a 9 out of 10 instead of that 10 out of 10 is because her Type 89 has a really short magazine, which could really mess you up sometimes if you're facing multiple enemies. Especially since her gun shoots super fast, you will unload that clip a lot quicker than you think. So this is why overall she gets a 9 out of 10 for her loadout. Now for Hibana's gadget, she's going to get a 9 out of 10. Her gadget is really a game changer when it comes to attacking an objective. Since her gadget goes to reinforce walls, it makes clearing an objective room a lot more easier. Her X Kairos actually has the potential of exposing a whole entire room. If she shoots her X Kairos in 3 different sides of the walls, there's basically no area to hide for the defenders, so eventually they just get killed off with crossfire. And this is why Hibana's gadget is truly a game changer, and the only reason she got a 9 out of 10 for her score is because she doesn't make a huge entrance like thermites, and sometimes having an alternative pathway towards the objective is a lot more important than having kill holes around it. And this is why Hibana gets an easy 9 out of 10 for her gadget. Now for Hibana's team efficiency, I'm gonna have to give her a 9 out of 10. Hibana is definitely a crucial role now when it comes to your team. Reinforced walls will always be your biggest obstacles when you're attacking, but now with the addition of Hibana's X Kairos, you could easily expose an entire objective room just with her. And once you expose that objective room, with a lot of teamwork and communication, it's really easy to pick off enemies. This is the main reason she's really crucial to the team, and the only reason she didn't get a 10 out of 10 for her team efficiency. And in most occasions, you're going to run a thermite on your team, and when you have a thermite, Hibana becomes a lot less vital than him. But overall, when it comes to team efficiency, she's really useful, she really helps out the team overall, and it's just a great choice for the attacking team. So that's why overall she gets a 9 out of 10 for her team efficiency. All 3 scores makes her overall score a 9 out of 10. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that like button. And if you want more content like this, subscribe to my channel. I try to post every Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Also, I like getting feedback on the videos, so if you guys want to leave your comments down below, that would be really nice. And once again, thanks for watching.